In August 1975, at the crack of dawn in western Texas, a farmer wakes up at his ranch, looks out his window, and sees 20 of his cattle, his cows, laying lifeless on the ground. He goes out to check what happened. He finds that out of all 20 cows, their tongues were missing. Now, they were cut out perfectly, like no sign of any blood at all, just clean cut on all 20 of these cows. Their blood completely drained out of the bodies of these cows. No cuts, no bite marks, no sign of any struggle, no footprints anywhere near. No sign of anything happening. They were alive hours before, night before, that early morning. What could have happened? The farmer has no clue, but we're going to find out in today's video. This is called cattle mutilation, and this has been happening for a while as far as we know. Back in the 1900s, farmers would wake up and find their cows mutilated, dead, their blood sucked out, drained, and no sign of any struggle either. It did not make any sense at all how this could have happened. And this has been going on for almost a century, and we have no clue what this is. Now, there is speculation, and there's some evidence to support what this could be. We're going to find out today, what that is. So, how can we explain this? Well, we actually can't, because it almost seems impossible to be something natural, because quite likely it is not something natural. When you think of this, we're talking about a cattle's tongue being cut completely at a certain angle, completely, like a clean cut. No blood. The blood's been completely drained, by the way. There's no footprints, no cuts anywhere other than the tongue. It doesn't make any sense. No person can suck the blood out of a cow, at least not a normal person. And no animal can suck the blood out of a cow. I know this happens in Southern America and parts of Mexico, and I understand there's such thing as vampire bats, but let me tell you, no vampire bat is going to suck the entire blood out of 20 cows in one night. That just isn't possible. Now, there is something called the chupacabra, which is an urban legend of a dog-sucking beast that sucks the blood out of cattle, and goats and other animals like that. But there's no pure evidence of that existing, and even so, there's no bite marks. And how could a dog-like creature cut the tongue off cleanly? But how can it be a human either? It just doesn't make sense. There's no explanation. There's no logic to this. It just cannot be explained. People want to come up with reasons why this is happening. Well, if you're going to come up with a reason, you're going to have a tough time finding one. And possibly the most reasonable reason is something that doesn't seem that reasonable. Or out of fantasy. By that, I mean, well, we all know aliens do exist. Well, a lot of us know there's something going on with them, at least. But in the cartoons, they always showed a cow getting abducted by a UFO, unidentified flying object. Wait a second. So you're trying to tell me that these cows, these cattle, are being abducted by aliens and in some way are being experimented on? That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Let's dive into this. Over the past few weeks, and even this week, there has been reports in eastern Texas of cattle mutilation near the Louisiana and Texas border. What is going on in this area? Why is it happening frequently? Well, this has been something that's been happening over years at random times, but this has been a spike that's kind of making me do this video because it's a hot topic at the moment. So, obviously, we don't have an idea how this logically could be possible, and we don't understand, but I don't know if you guys know who Tucker Carlson is. Well, he just got fired by Fox. I'm not trying to get political or anything, but he had an entire segment on Fox News talking about cattle mutilation and the theories of UFOs being involved with it. And, I mean, Tucker Carlson is a smart person. I don't care if you think you don't agree with that. I don't care. We're just going to get into it. He's a very good speaker. He gets down to facts, at least in that topic. We're not talking about politics here, guys. So don't get all political in the comments. But he talked about the cattle mutilation, and there's a big theory going on that it has something to do with aliens. As of recently, we know the United States government has released a lot of information regarding aliens. And by now, we can kind of assume the government is acknowledging the fact that extraterrestrial life exists. And, well, whether you just kind of in your face, they probably do. I mean, look at the space, the infinite universe that God created. I mean, I think that we're the only people he put down here is kind of weird. I have my own way of thinking. Here's my theory. That I think aliens, there's a good side of aliens and there's a bad side of aliens. And I have my kind of crazy conspiracy theories, and we'll get into that into another video. But again, we all can acknowledge aliens likely exist. Now, is their intent good or bad? Especially with this cattle mutilation stuff, which it doesn't sound all that appealing or good because, I mean, farmers don't want their cows being killed like this. So, well, can it be explained? So now we can kind of get the idea that this is unnatural. This can't be realistic. It just doesn't seem... It seems like something out of a movie, yet it's happening in real life. There's no logical explanation to this. So we can kind of confer that this is likely something to do with aliens, and with aliens being the topic here, we need to investigate what their intention is with this. Why are they taking our cattle and mutilating it, and then putting it back down on the ground? Is this some experiment, or does our government know about this? Or could it be a government experiment with the aliens? Or could there be some sort of deal with the government and the aliens? You know, it's always fun to make up theories, but you never know. It could definitely be true. Alright, so now I'm talking about how the government might be involved with this. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but the government knows about aliens. They don't understand what this cattle mutilation stuff. They kind of just push to the side. I mean, local governments and police are talking about this stuff because, well, it's their job. Like, they're trying to figure out if there's a person doing this, but I don't think a person could do what's being happening. And if it isn't aliens, it's some supernatural force or being that is not doing a very good thing. So, whatever it is, it's not good. So, their intention is not helping the benefit of these farmers, which is why I believe there could be an involvement with their government and the aliens. They have a deal going on here. Now, I don't want the government knocking on my door, so I'm going to have to be a little not too crazy about this, by the way. So let's get in our thinking box going. What if the government has a deal with these extraterrestrial aliens that says, you can experiment on our cattle, don't experiment on our people. Do not experiment on our people. Well, frequently they do. But typically they survive. Ever heard of Skinwalker Ranch? It's very mysterious stuff that happens out there. You always think about the supernatural, urban legends, the weird, strange, and mysterious forces that live on this earth, from exorcism, from demons, to potentially ghosts, if you believe that, to these weird urban legends, these creatures that are killing, to aliens. Do they all link together? I think they do. I think all of the supernatural and these mysterious, unearth-like beings, or these unexplainable beings, such as Wendigo, or for heaven's sakes, we could talk about skinwalkers and the other things. Like, this all stuff could be aliens. Aliens live among us, I believe. I mean, They may look like us, or they may not. I could be an alien, you could be an alien. We do not know exactly what's going on. But whatever it is, there is secrets to our society. There could be secret societies going on. There could be aliens controlling us. There could be good aliens. There could be bad aliens. There could be all kinds of crazy stuff going on. So, with that being said, we kind of dove into cattle mutilation. Again, we kind of confirmed that it doesn't seem like it's possible without a supernatural force going on. That's really the only explanation I could give you. But we can't really determine what it is unless I dress up in a cow suit, which I might do one day. If you can get this video viral, make me famous, and make my channel successful where I can do a full-time living, I'll go into these places, I'll dress up in a cow suit with a bunch of other people dressed in cow suits, and see if I get abducted by a UFO. And I'll live stream it. I'll do that. If you get this video viral and we continue to get viral. Oh, that's what I'm trying to do here. But with that being said, a lot of people don't trust the government fully. Maybe they're working with aliens. But what if I said to you that the government is working on something that we don't know about in national parks? We obviously know people go missing there all the time. Like, it could be kids wandering off, and we can all say it just could be the natural elements of wildlife. Like, people go missing all the time, they die because they don't have food, they don't have the right clothes. I mean, that's all explainable. But a lot of the times, and a few times, there's a lot of cases where people just go missing and there's just no logic behind it, or there's logic that cannot be explained, so I guess no logic. But either way, what have I told you? The government might not just be having national parks for our enjoyment. They could be using them as containment. Containment to the supernatural. Oh, you're interested, you're hooked. You're gonna have to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and wait for the next video I post. I hope you guys enjoyed.